Welcome, beloved. It's such an honor to reconnect with you because we've been doing this for a really long time. I've been doing this work for lifetimes upon lifetimes in this planet and others all around the universe. Thank you for being here. And thank you for coming back into my field. I'm Rukmani. As a human in this lifetime, I was born and raised in Lima, Peru. My family lineage comes from the rainforest, as well as the Central Mountain Range and the desert in the south of Lima. They're deeply connected to the land, to the medicine of the plants, the medicine of the elements, and deeply connected in their roots of where they come from. And the cultural heritage lies in that part of this planet. As part of my awakening, I remember that. I remember my lineage, and I remember the wisdom of it, because we're all wisdom keepers of our lineages. It's just that at times we forget. And why do we forget? Because the mind gets so busy, because there's so many conditions in this planet that just tell us that we cannot be who we are, that we have to look one way, to speak one way, dress one way. So we get caught up in this. I got caught up in that. And do you know what happened? Because I didn't listen to myself for years upon years in this existence. I suffered from depression, anxiety, suicidal tendencies, goodness. As well as anorexia, bulimia, and self-sabotaging patterns, like crazy. And I thought it was me. Like, what am I doing wrong? I just can't get this human thing right. Because it was very challenging. I kept being in the ethers because it's so fun to be there and create and feel and be in the energy. And it came down to ancestral trauma. I had been carrying all the trauma from my ancestors, from the lineage that I chose in this lifetime. I carry all their pain. I carry all their suffering. I carry all their tragedies. And I had no idea as a kid that I was doing that until I released it. And when I released it, I was like, that's what I felt as a kid. That I was like, how does this pain get to be so much in this tiny physical body? I didn't understand it until I did. And I released that. And I liberated not only myself, but my ancestors to tap in and to also embody the name that I had received from one of my teachers in 2017, Rukmani. Rukmani is a feminine energy of life, of God, if you call it, of the universe, the divine feminine, adorned with gold, but also what I had received from plant medicine, the heart alchemist. What does that even mean? I help you to fall back in love with yourself, to see how special you are, the divinity of your being, to tap in into your gifts, the gifts of your family. But before we get there, we have to do the work. And what is the work? Releasing that ancestral trauma. What is ancestral trauma? Have you felt a pain so deeply in a pattern that repeats over and over and over again? And you might be doing all these practices, right? And in a way, it's not quote unquote working, right? It's not a solution like this. It's a ginormous process. That is not just yours. Sure, the top layer is about your personal experience, but deep and deep and deep is the pain of your mother, the pain of your father, the pain of your grandparents, great-grandparents, and so on, to the first woman and the first man of this planet. That is ancestral trauma. That a lot of times we don't even know we're carrying that. But that is But we need to make it peace. But you must make a peace in order to be who you are, who you came here to be, the leader that you are. That leads this revolution of consciousness of the heart, of the galactic heart, to tap into that power that is yours. It's always been yours. So we move all these layers, all these clouds, so you can be who you came here to be, the powerful goddess that you are, the powerful warrior that you are, tapping into you, because it's all about you, not about anybody else. And the power that you hold within yourselves is the most beautiful gift that you can give to yourself, to reawaken that. And that happens as we release ancestral trauma, as we go through the Kundalini awakening, through spiritual awakening, as we remember that we have always been in love with ourselves and life. And that is what I help you to remember. If you're new here, welcome. If we've been in touch, thank you so much. It's always an honor and such a deep pleasure to be in your presence. But if you're new here, there's a section, this is new here. And I explain these things a little bit easier, yeah? If this world has been recently unfolding to you, more of a human language. I get you. I've been there myself. We all go through this journey of evolution, right? And little by little we learn. If you would like to set up a free consultation with me for my offerings, there's a button that says free consultation. Schedule at your own time that works best for you, okay? You will also see my offerings that you can see, right? Most of them are under alchemy at the very bottom. Don't worry, for those of you that are new, I explain what alchemy is. And you will see. I bring a melange of different holistic techniques that I've learned around the world for the past 12 years in this lifetime and beyond this existence. Wisdom that has been reawakened in my body from my ancestors, from the planet, from the elements, from my Arcturian self and Atlantean self. So we're all here to help you, and we're not alone. We're not alone. So if there's any questions, I invite you with my whole heart and love to set up a consultation. If you're curious about the different offerings, check out the offerings first, and then you can set up a free consultation. And if there's anything else that might not be in here somewhere for you, there's a button, right, that you can send a message, right, so you can chat with me. Or you can send me an email at info@rukmanikaur.com. So just like my website, right? rukmanikaur.com, info@rukmanikaur.com. And it'll be my honor to reply to you. Okay, so blessings to you all. May you remember the power of your heart.